up, guys? It's me, Kirsten, and today I am back with a new video to answer your questions and assumptions that you sent me on social media. I'm super excited to do this video. I figured with me just now jumping back into YouTube, this would be a fun video and a fun way for me to kind of reintroduce myself and let you guys get to know me better and just do a different kind of sit down video. So before we get into this video, be sure to give this a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell so that you get notified every time I post. Comment something down below if you enjoyed this video or if you want more videos like this or have any song suggestions that you'd love to hear. Comment that below. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. I will put my social media right here. And if you want to see the behind the scenes and what I'm like behind, I guess, a different camera. All right, let's get into this video. All right, we are starting deep with the very first question. What are good ways to stay spiritually strong? That is such a good question. So anytime I'm asked a question like this, the best thing I can say is your spiritual walk with God it's a relationship, and it should be treated like any other relationship. When you build a relationship with friends, that takes spending time with them, getting to know them, having deep moments with them, sharing your heart with them, and just spending time connecting, investing in the relationship, and giving effort. And that's exactly what it's like to stay spiritually strong in your relationship with God. So my advice would be spend time in His Word daily. Listen to worship music, journal, pray, stay prayed up, stay talking with God, and then also just surround yourself with a community who will keep you motivated and check in on you and not be afraid to give you a nudge when you're going in the wrong direction. That's kind of my top few tips on how to stay spiritually strong. In your day-to-day life, can you give a few examples on how you incorporate God into your life? So very similar to what I just said, first thing I do in the morning when I wake up is I put on worship music and I get it as loud as I possibly can because normally that's the time of the day where I'm by myself, no one else is home. So when I wake up, I walk through my house, open all the blinds, I put on worship music, try to start my day in the Word and in prayer and just kind of invite God into my day. And I feel like that makes a difference when you intentionally say, hey God, this day is yours. I thank you for waking me up and I invite you into this day. It makes a difference, and just all throughout the day in each moment, whether it's a good moment or a hard moment, just seeking God and asking Him for direction throughout your day, treating Him like a best friend because that truly is what it's like to be in communion with Him. Favorite YouTubers? Oh my gosh. Okay, I am subscribed to a lot of YouTubers, but I really don't watch that many. My favorite YouTubers that I watch on a regular basis, like basically I watch every video they post. When my first people are Jess and Gabe, which you're probably not shocked by that. If you watched my 5 a.m. challenge, you know that was inspired by them. So Jess and Gabe, Josh and Sav, Kaylin and Kyra, Kirby is a Boss, and Emma Mae Jenkins. You guys should definitely go check them out. They are all Christian YouTubers who create good, life-giving, wholesome, but also entertaining content. 5 ways to wear your hair. So I definitely go through phases with this. It depends on how I'm feeling. Like right now, as you can see, I like braided styles. I like not having to worry about having to figure out how to do my hair for weeks at a time. Other things I like to do are if I'm feeling really lazy, I like to do fishtails when I'm feeling really lazy but want to do something different, and that's really the only braid I know how to do. And then I love to do curled or straight, but with any style that I do except for fishtail, obviously I love to do half up, half down, which is exactly how I have it right now. An assumption is that you are very organized. I'm not disorganized, so I guess that kind of makes me organized. I have what you call controlled chaos. Like I've got a junk drawer, but it's like a neatly stacked junk drawer. And I also love the aesthetic of being organized, and I just feel better. Like I like writing things in a calendar. I like journaling. I like having everything look neat. Not like the home edit type organized. I'm not there yet. That is my goal, but I'm not there. What kept you so confident in your faith while in public school? Ooh, that's a good question. Public school it's quite interesting. One, knowing that if I'm going to please God over man, then that probably means sometimes walking alone. 2, I found some really good solid friends, even if it was only 2 at a time. I found really good solid friends who were walking in the same direction. 3, had to let go of caring what other people think and realizing that at the end of my life, I'm not going to have to answer to them. I'm going to have to answer to God. So I'm going to do what pleases Him over what looks cool and most exciting to everyone else. Or just staying in the Word and finding my identity and worth in Christ no matter what. Knowing that no matter what, no matter who left, no matter who said what, at the end of the day, God was always going to be there and was always going to love me. What were your favorite TV shows growing up? I loved Clifford the Big Red Dog, Mr. Rogers, oh my gosh, what's that one show? Dragon Tales. I loved that show. Reading Rainbow, Sesame Street. Oh my gosh, and if you know me, it's a leading joke among my friends that Caillou is my boyfriend. I loved Caillou. Favorite show ever growing up. Martha Speaks. I loved Curious George. And then when I got older, I loved Hannah Montana. How many states have you been to? If I'm counting correctly, I think I've been to 6 different states. Have you dealt with political differences, opinions in your circles during this election time? Yes, probably. But do I know about it? No. Or have I addressed it? No. I do not like to talk politics. I feel like I don't know enough, and I just hate the division and just the ickiness of talking about it. Do I know where some of the people in my circle stand, and do I know internally that I disagree with some of it? Yes. But do they know that? Probably not, because one, I don't even post for others to know where I stand, who I voted for, and what I think about. So people will just never know. It's kind of unspoken. Favorite artist? Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I listen to way too many artists to have an answer for this. Like, people always ask me, what's your favorite song? And like, it literally changes by the day. I don't have a specific favorite artist. I have favorite artists in each genre, but I think right now, right off the top of my head, Lauren Daigle and James Arthur, Jordy Searcy, and Natalie Grant. Those are some of my top favorites that I just thought of. Best flavor of candy. I'm not a huge candy person. I eat gummy type candies, but I don't have like a flavor of candy that I like. I'm more of a chocolate person. What relaxes you? So if I'm stressed and need to relax, I don't have like a certain method that I follow. It kind of just depends on what it is. But in most cases, it's probably that homework is the issue and I need to take a break. So sometimes I will go get in my car and drive to Starbucks and just get a cup of coffee. Or sometimes I'll drive around my town and just listen to music for a few hours until I'm ready to come back and stop procrastinating on my homework. Or sometimes I'll just take a big 4-hour nap. Or just chill in my room for a little bit and watch some YouTube videos or Netflix videos that will make me laugh. What's the longest you've ever gone without sleeping? Probably around 28 hours or so. I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl. So at 2:30, around the 2:30 mark, if I'm up, that's when I know, like, oh, it's creative time. I'm gonna start writing 500 songs in like 2 hours and just have all this creative inspiration. But if I stay up past that, like 2 to 3 times in a row, I will end up not sleeping for like days and it'll just happen. And the last time that happened, I stayed up until literally 8:30 in the morning. So probably about 28 hours. Cats or dogs? So I have a cat, so I think that technically makes me both. But I'm not a cat person by nature. Like, I'm a cat person for my cat and specific cats. But I'm not like, if I see a cat on the street, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I want that cat. Like, no, because I actually think cats are kind of scary. They're not predictable at all. So I'm definitely a dog person. I actually dog sit as a side job. I love taking care of dogs. If I could have any pet, I would have a dog. I hope my cat doesn't hear that because she probably thinks I don't care about her. I love my kitty cat. But I think my cat actually acts like a dog. So I think I won. I love dogs. Who would you want to have sing at your wedding? Oh my gosh. If I could have anyone sing at my wedding, it'd probably be Johnny Swim or James Arthur. I love Johnny Swim and James Arthur, and I think they just have great love songs that I would love to have my first dance to with my husband when I get married, and I'd love to have them sing it live. How many kids do you want? So I want 2 to 3 kids. If I happen to have more than that, and that's God's plan, praise the Lord, your will be done. But the idea of having like 5 kids or something absolutely terrifies me. But it's okay. The more love, the better, right? But yeah, I want 2 to 3 kids. I'd love to have 1 or 2 children and then adopt the 3rd child. Where's Waldo? I don't know. If you find him, let me know. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't remember who asked that question, and clearly I'm not going to say in this video either way, but if you're watching this and you asked that question, thank you. I love you. Favorite TV show. So I bet everyone that knows me or has followed me on Instagram for a little bit behind this camera is probably like, seriously, everyone knows the answer to this. My favorite TV show is One Tree Hill. I've always said when I have children and they get to a certain age, like it's literally going to be a thing, kind of like, I don't know, like once you turn a certain age, that's your gift, is you get to watch One Tree Hill. And it's going to be a family bonding moment, and we're all going to sit in the living room on the couch with blankets and hot cocoa, and we're going to watch One Tree Hill. That is what I look forward to when I have a family. Coolest God moment. I have so many. One that I think of right off the top of my head. Honestly, most of my cool God moments happen at a camp called Verge Camp or Riot Nights, which is a youth event that would happen at my church. Most of my cool God moments have happened at one of those two places. Specifically, moments where I received prophetic words or got to just pour into the youth students that are part of the youth group. And just probably my last few times that I led worship were probably some of my coolest God moments for many different reasons. Who inspired you to pursue music, encouraged you to start your YouTube channel? So there's two people for this. Jamie Grace was the one that inspired me to pursue writing music, learning how to play the guitar, and learning how to write worship songs. But actually, Christina Grimmie is the person that inspired me to start my YouTube channel and to sing on my YouTube channel. If you don't know who that is, she was a YouTuber who grew and gained an amazing fan base. She was also on The Voice, and unfortunately, her life was taken by a deranged fan at one of her concerts a few years ago. I know she loved Jesus, so we will be singing in him. Which person of the Bible do you feel you relate to the most? So it didn't specify like male or female, so I'm going to do both. I think as far as female goes, I relate a lot to Ruth because of her loyalty and just determination in the way she was able to step out of her comfort zone and let God do what he wanted to in her. And secondly, male character in the Bible I feel like I relate to is Gideon, and not just because he was like small and discounted for being small, but just his story and the way he allowed God and his spirit to rise up in him despite his shortcomings physically. So yeah, I really feel that I relate a lot to the story of Gideon. Did I say Job a few minutes ago? I hope I did not say Job. If you were to get a tattoo of any kind, where and what would it be? So if you don't know this, I already have a tattoo. It's the word equipped in Hebrew, and I'll link a picture of it somewhere. That is one tattoo I already have, but if I could get another one, the word simple obedience in cursive right here in this area of my arm, those two words mean so much to me for so many different reasons. So I want to get a tattoo of that on my arm right here, and that's pretty much the only two I have planned. If you had to pick a color of nail polish to wear on your nails every day, what color would it be? So I actually have a polish that like literally it's the only polish that I use. I'll put a picture of it, and it's the polish that I use all the time and I love it. It's my go-to. This next one is an assumption, and it's a really good one. I think what I always heard in high school was people assuming you were a Jesus freak, but in a negative way. I always admired you for being so open in your faith, but I think others judged you since they were not secure in their faith. So first of all, thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot to know that you recognize that and admire me for that. That truly means the world. And yes, your assumption is correct. I did get the label of Jesus freak, but quite honestly, I wasn't the only one. If you love Jesus and you didn't party and you were a goody two-shoes, you got the Jesus freak label. But yes, that did happen a lot in high school. It really didn't bother me. If anything, it kind of encouraged me because it just meant they noticed that I love God and I let that lead and guide my decisions. So yeah, that is a very true assumption, and thank you again for your compliment. That means a lot. Favorite pastime activity outside of schoolwork. So schoolwork is not a fun pastime for me, but my favorite pastime activity is probably listening to music and driving around around town and watching YouTube. I enjoy watching vlogs of my favorite YouTubers, so those are my two favorite pastimes. This next one is also an assumption. It says, I assume you're really a clean freak and always have your work done on time. No. I am not a clean freak at all. I do like organization and I like things to be clean, but I'm not like a clean freak. And I also do not ever have my work done ahead of time. unless ahead of time means 11:50 out of 11:59. You hate all election talk. Yes, with a passion. I hate how divisive it is. I hate the way people are like, I can't believe you'd vote for that person, which they're not saying it about me because I do not tell anyone who I vote for or what I think about politics, other than the fact that I don't like talking about it. But I just hate the way people are like, if you voted for this person, I'm blocking you, which, come on, people. Like, we need to have way more depth than that. We all disagree on different things. I don't understand why politics has to be so divisive. But yes, I hate the talks about politics, especially right now. I'm so tired of seeing the commercials that bash each candidate. I'm so tired of getting text messages like, hi, my name's Sharon. Please vote. Like, please leave me alone. Yes, I hate election talk. I just got really passionate about that. That gives you an idea. Your coffee tastes really sweet, which that's an assumption. Yes and no. I can drink black coffee, but I choose not to. But also, I don't have like really sweet coffee. But I guess it depends on who you ask, because some people will be like, if I try to get my mom to taste my coffee, she's like, oh, too sweet. Like, how are you drinking that? And someone else would be like, okay, I need way more cream and way more sugar than that. So it just depends on the person. Next assumption is you would go crazy with espresso. No, I've had espresso before and I don't go crazy. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You would go crazy if you had espresso every day. Probably, yes. That does not sound healthy. But I have drinking? I can't speak. Maybe I need espresso. Also, fun fact, it's 12:38 a.m. when I'm filming this video. So I probably do need espresso. But no, I don't think I'd go crazy. I've had it before. And I just drink coffee so much that I don't even think it does anything to me. But then again, nitro and like the stronger coffees that do have espresso are about the only thing that actually do give me energy at this point. So maybe, yes, maybe I should do an experiment and try that out. Coke or Pepsi? I'm definitely a Coke girl. Dream job. I think this may come as a surprise, but as much as I'd love to sing, I think if I could have a dream job, it wouldn't be about singing. But I would love to tour with my favorite artists and help do the behind the scenes work for their tours, whether that be their lights, their graphics, social media content, whatever it may be. I'd love to do that for like a few months. Like, that'd be such a cool dream job, to just travel with my favorite artists, get to hang out with them, and help with the behind the scenes stuff. Beach or mountains? I like both. I want a cabin house, but I need like a fireplace, heated blankets, and the hot tub and whole shebang if I'm gonna be in the mountains in the winter. I'd rather go during the summer. Favorite person? Jesus and my mom, which I know you're probably thinking, yeah, she was definitely a Jesus freak, considering she just said Jesus is her favorite person. But I mean, he died for me. Can you blame me? But yes, Jesus and my mom. And to anyone who really thought I was about to say them, I'm very sorry if I disappointed you. I have quite a few favorite people in my life, but it asked me for my favorite person. So Jesus and my mother. I love you, Mom. Do you hate bras? Which is my last question. That is a very interesting last question. I don't hate bras. Like, I guess maybe it's because I get comfortable quality bras. I don't know if that's TMI. I'm sorry if that's like getting too TMI, but I mean, come on, everyone knows women wears them. But no, I don't hate them. I think they're actually very great and they help us out. So yeah, I don't love bras. I need to go to sleep. That is it. My camera is dying, so this is gonna be the fastest outro I've ever done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!